Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to conduct the lecture number 8 and the topic of today's lecture is physical address generation. So let's proceed to our topic. Okay, let's proceed to our topic which is memory address generation. This can also be known as physical address generation, and let's see. So the first point and very important point in this specific lecture is there are two type of addresses. One is known as logical address and other one is known as physical address. So let's come to the point, why do we need two different kind of addressing? We know that segment based address, which is stored in segment register, offset address, which are stored in index registers, pointer registers, or instruction pointer itself for the code segment. They are basically 16-bit addresses. So both of these addresses are only 16-bit. So that is the reason that we have two different addresses. One is called logical address. And what is a logical address? Logical address in a microprocessor is developed by combination of segment based address and offset address. So when we combine these two addresses, segment based address and offset address, that is referred as a logical address. So but in physical memory we have 20-bit address, right? So in physical memory, if we are talking about each slot, their address is 20-bit address. But if we talk about how microprocessor is going to access that 20-bit address, then microprocessor is using two different addresses. One is known as segment based address and other one is known as offset address. So segment based address and offset address both are only 16-bit addresses, and microprocessor combine those two 16-bit addresses in an address, and that address is known as logical address. And that logical address can easily be converted into physical address, and we are going to see how that translation happens. So we are going to start how that translation happens from logical address to physical address. Logical address is a combination of two addresses, as I told you: segment based address colon offset, and offset is also of 16 bits. So there are two 16 bits and they are written in this format, that is a specific format. First we write segment based address, then we use a colon, and then we write offset address, which is again 16 bit. Just to recall, the segment based address is stored in segment registers, and we have four different varieties of segment register: code segment register, stake segment register, data segment register, and extra segment register. Similarly, we can have offset in number of registers. And what are those registers? Index registers, including destination index and source index. And offset can also be stored in pointers like stake pointer and base pointer, and offset can also be stored in instruction pointer itself. So there can be number of combinations, okay, and we gonna see those combinations in coming slides. What is about physical address? Physical address is composition of 20 bits. 20 bits. So how that segment base is converted into 20 bits, or how that logical convert how those logical addresses converted into 20 bits. And this is the procedure. We can see here, this is a segment base address as an input to this translation matrix, and there is an offset address, and both of these addresses are used as 16-bit. And since I told you base address is stored in segment register, I also named it for you, and offset addresses are stored in index or pointer register. So both of these 16-bit registers content go into this summer, and they add it in a way that addition becomes equals to 20-bit address, and that is the desired 20-bit address, which is the original or the physical address of memory location. So Logically, in microprocessor, there are two registers which are involved in addressing uh, segment register and index or pointer register. Both of these 16 bits gonna combine in a summer, and that summer's output is 20-bit address, which is the physical address. We're gonna learn how this summer works in next slide. Okay, this slide we are just inserting some of the supplementary stuff, and I have already explained in the previous slide that we are just enlisting some of those points. So offset address can be stored in instruction pointer, index register, which can be of data, destination index or the source index, and offset address can also be stored in base register, which is PX. Remember, this is the part of data register, and BX can be used as a base register, which is used in a specific addressing mode, as we discussed earlier, base addressing mode. And we're going to explore this role of BX register in detail once we are going to deal with addressing modes in a separate lecture. This offset address can also be stored in pointer register, including state pointer and the base pointer. Similarly, the segment base address can be stored in code segment register. Okay, there is a mistake, that is CS, data segment register or extra segment register, and similarly stake segment register. So that's how these addresses, which are two important integral part of logical addressing, so these two addresses are stored in several several registers, which are internal registers. So I just enlisted those registers for you. Okay, here we are again enlisting some of the very important points before we proceed actually how physical address is generated. So logical instruction of a next word of instruction. Right now we are talking about logical address, right? We are interested in addressing, but which type of addressing? Logical addressing, which must be pointing towards the next word. And remember, the word is used in context of 16 bits. So word means 16 bit of information, right? So 16 bit of instruction. So wherever the next 16 bit of instructions is stored, the address of that 16-bit instruction or logical address will be equals to code segment colon IP. Remember, this is the format. There must be a segment address which is stored in code segment. Of course, we are talking about instructions, and the pointer or the offset must be stored in instruction pointer. So the logical address of next word of instruction is CS colon IP. So logical address of variable to be written in the memory. Okay, now we are changing this concept from instruction to the data. In this first point we discussed about instruction route. Right now we are discussing about some memory. So memory and a variable can be any data. So in memory, which segment we use, data segment or extra segment? So the first preference is of course data segment. So this segment base address is stored in data segment, and offset part is stored in DI. Why DI? Because we are interested in writing, right? That means you are going to write something in the memory. So that means you are using memory as a destination. So that's why offset is supposed to be stored in destination index. So the logical address will become data segment colon DI. Similarly, if one is interested to access the information, not writing, rather we are interested in reading. So if one is going to interest in reading, so the logical address can be data segment, right, colon, that is the segment base address, sorry, that's colon, and then we are interested to read means memory will become or memory will be have as a source. So next thing will be source index. So that will be our logical address in case of reading the memory. Okay, these are just logical addresses. So the point is still our main question, that how to generate the physical addresses, because whatever we have discussed in these 2 points, these are still logical addresses of corresponding items, but we are interested here how to generate the original physical address. So let's proceed to that aspect. Okay, in this slide we are discussing how to gain the original physical address with the help of the following formula. That is the formula that how a physical PA stands for physical address. So physical address is equals to segment base address multiply by 10, right? And 10, if that segment base address is in hexadecimal, so this 10 is also in hexadecimal, and plus the offset address, right? So this is the formula. So whatever the segment base address, we need to multiply it by 10, and the result will be evaluated, and that result will be added to the offset part of the logical address. So we will gain a physical address of 20 bits, and that's the formula. This formula can further be changed, or further can be written in another format, and that is we write segment base address whatever we have, and this time we are talking about in binary. The formula earlier we discussed was in hexadecimal, and right now we are talking about binary addressing. So segment base address in binary, it will be combination of how many bits? Remember, segment base address is 16-bit, right? And we are going to pair 4 zeros here, so 16 and zeros, so in total it becomes how much? 20 bits, right? And this offset part, that is again how many bits? 16 bit. So 20 bits will be added to these 16 bits, and the result will become again of 20 bits. So that's how a 20-bit physical address is generated using the formula as we are defining here in this slide. So just to summarize the whole stuff, physical address can be generated in hexadecimals by multiplying the segment base address by 10 and add the offset part of the logical address. So that will be physical address in hexadecimal. If you are interested to calculate the physical address in binary format, so segment base address, that will be 16 bits. We have to pay it 4 zeros, right, to the least significant part. Remember, these 4 zeros are least significant part of this segment base address. So 4 zeros are further added, so that it will become 20 bits, and the offset part, which is still 16 bits, will be added to this address. So we will receive our 20-bit address. We're gonna take an example of this in the next slide. Okay, in this slide we are taking an example, and it's quite easy to understand. The physical address of the logical address which is given here is to be calculated. That is the logical address, and we are interested into calculation of physical address. So how we are going to uh, calculate it? That is the segment based address part. We are supposed to multiply it by 10 in hexadecimal. So multiplication by 10 means we are just adding a 0 here, right? Remember, if you multiply any number by 10, you just add a 0 to the least significant part of the number. So A4FB becomes A4FB0. And now what we have to do, first step is done. Now we have to do the second step. The second step means to add the offset part, which is 4872. So we are going to add 4872 this result. So 02 becomes 2, B7, B is equals to 11, and C is equals to what? Sorry, 11, and 7 becomes 18, and in hexadecimal 18 is equivalent to 1 2. So 2 is here and 1 will go to carry. So 1 plus 8 9, and this F indicates 15. So 9 plus 15 becomes 24, and in hexadecimal it becomes 1 8. So 8 comes here and 1 goes to carry. Similarly, 1 plus 4 5, 5 plus 4 9, so 9 is here and A will remain same. So that is the physical address, right? We were talking about, or we were interested. Look, okay, let me erase it. This is the physical address of this logical address. So I hope this example is quite easy and you have understand it. Okay, here we are going to take another example, and this time we will be taking a different kind of example so that this stuff becomes more clear to you. So the question is, what would be offset required to map the physical address location to this one, right? If the content of corresponding segment register is given to you. So we have to look at the key things. What is required here? Offset. We are interested in calculation of offset. Remember, in last example we calculated physical address, but in this example we are interested in the calculation of offset. What things are given to us? We are given with a physical address location which is 002C3 hex. Remember, that is physical address, right? This is given. Another thing which is given is segment based address, and the segment based address is given 002A. So again, which I think there are certain things which we need to consider. Offset part, which is about to calculate, we must know that it should be of 16 bit, right? Similarly, we are given with a physical address, right, and that is of 20 bit. One can see that these are 5 hexadecimal symbols, so these are 20 bit. Look, 002C3, so these are 5 hexadecimal symbols, and each hexadecimal symbol is composition of 4 bits, so in total these are 20 bits. Similarly, we are given with segment based address, right? Segment based address, and its address is 002A, and these are how many bits? 16 bits. So we are given with segment based address and physical address, and we are supposed to calculate the offset part of the logical address. So this thing can be written in this format. Look here, this is the segment based address which is given, this is the physical address which is also given, and we need to calculate this offset part. So how we are going to calculate? We are just going to apply the same formula. Physical address is equals to segment based address multiplied by 10 in hex plus offset address. We are given with the values. Physical address is equals to 002C3, and segment based address is 002A, and the multiplication in the tan is as it in the described in the formula. Offset part is supposed to be evaluated, so it remains same. After the multiplication it becomes 002A0, and now what we have to calculate? Offset. So this thing will go on the left side, it will become 002C3 minus 002A0, and there is a subtraction going on. 3 minus 0 becomes 3. C minus A. C is equals to 12. A is equals to 10 in hexadecimal, so 12 minus 10 will become 2. 2 minus 2 will become 0. 0 minus 0 will become 0, and 0 minus 0 will become 0. Remember, we are interested in calculation of offset. Offset is supposed to be how much? 16 bits. So we need to take only this part of the offset, and the remaining part, this 0, I mean talking about this 0, this is an extra part, so we can reject it. So the offset address which was supposed to calculate it is equals to 0023 hex. I hope you have understand the concept. There are certain examples which are given in your book. Please go and follow them, and if you have any confusion we can solve in question answer session. That's it from this lecture. I hope I have explained everything in detail enough so that you can understand, and if you have any queries, so please note them down and we will try to deal with them in question answer session. Thank you.